What's up, y'all? This is another NG minute, and I know I didn't do the last one in a while, but this is I really do want to do one this time because it's something I really want to touch on. I actually just watched TNA, and I'm gonna be real. I'm liking the road to lockdown. Like seriously, I'm liking the road to the lockdown, the countdown to lockdown, how I want to say it, because honestly, it feels like that they're literally counting down to lockdown. They're building up all the feuds. The storyline is great. They always do great when they're overseas, but they're even better now, especially with the whole MVP angle that they have in there. They started off with the match with MVP's team versus Bobby Roode's team, and somehow in the end, that Austin Aries actually got one of his members hurt, and they had to bring him out within an hour. And I mean, I think that that whole segment there, that whole match, the build up to it was great. Seriously, even though in the end, people are still predicting that Bobby Roode's going to be the overall champion, we don't really know. They could do a swerve on us. Who knows? But either or, I really do believe that they are doing a great job in building up this entire feud, this big thing. They're making this corporate thing feel big, and that's what I really love about it. But my highlight of the night, personally, was between Shaw and Anderson. I'm sorry, that the whole stalker gimmick has maybe an expiration date, but he's milking it for all it's worth. Like seriously, Sam Shaw really does bring out the creepy. Like he kind of reminds me of a wrestling version of the American Psycho, but he's literally milking this entire Psycho gimmick as best as he can, and he's doing a really good job at it. Plus, the whole feud between him and Anderson is going to be awesome at Lockdown. I'm looking forward to watching it. And another knockout that I really have never heard of until now was the alpha female. She's kind of reminds me of that chick from the Dixie Chicks. You know, the shorter one, the blonde short chick that talks too much? Yeah, her. Like, she reminds me of her. Some people say she kind of looks like Pink, but I really don't think so. I think she kind of reminds me of the short chick from Dixie Chicks. I think her name is Natalie. But either or, she kind of reminds me of her. Just a big, burly, huge, massive version of her. But I really do feel like it's not so much focused on. I do feel like it should be focused more on Madison Rayne since she's the champ, but it's actually more focused on Velvet Sky and the whole thing between her and Chris Sabin that's still kind of there and not there. I don't know, but it seems like it's more focused towards Velvet Sky, and it should be more focused on the champ. I don't know. That's just me personally. But either or, guys, I love TNA this week. I love the build to Lockdown. Lockdown is actually this Sunday coming up, and I'm actually going to watch it. And seriously, it feels like it's going to be a really great pay per view. It really feels like it's going to be really big and something worth watching because I think the storyline's on point, and it really did feel like a go home show. I loved it. I really did enjoy TNA, and I'm starting to enjoy TNA a little bit more than WWE. But moving on from there, let's talk about SmackDown. Finally, a show that actually does do a decent build. But let's just be honest, SmackDown has never really been bad when it comes to building up to the pay-per-views. It's always been Raw's issue. But honestly, it's making me feel like they're really starting to build up to WrestleMania, and it makes me happy. It feels like they're putting a lot of feuds together. I wouldn't be surprised if Del Rio versus Ziggler is going to be not on the card, but probably be maybe the kickoff, and then they're gonna have Christian versus Sheamus. That's something they should have had. Like I hope they have that on the card. But it really does feel like they're starting to build up towards WrestleMania, especially some of their matches. I still disagree with the Usos winning on Raw. I still feel like they should have had a WrestleMania moment. But it is what it is. If they lose at main event, that's going to be really sad because they're going to actually have a championship match on main event versus their New Age Outlaws. They better not lose because if they do, I'm going to be really upset because they just got the championship. That'd be messed up if they lose. But I don't think they're going to do that because they're quite a crowd favorite. But the one biggest gripe that I have is the whole Batista heel character. You don't have to be that kind of heel. You don't have to always be an arrogant heel. It doesn't have to be black or white, creative team. There's a variety of heels you can choose from. There's a psychotic heel. There's a professional heel. There's a villain heel. There's a hoity-toity, I'm better than you, rich guy kind of heel. Like how Triple H was at the beginning before he became Triple H. He was Hunter Hearst Helmsley. He was the rich jerk. He was the rich, kind of heel. Like I'm better than you. Like the whole aristocrat. He's an aristocrat heel, just like how Del Rio was back in the day. There's a variety of heels you can be. It does not have to be black or white, you know? But either or, I will say this SmackDown really did a good job building up the heels. I didn't really care about majority of the matches, especially the last match. I don't know what they're going to do with the Big Show at WrestleMania. I hope they do something with him. We all know it's going to be Triple H versus Daniel Bryan. It's a gimmick. I mean, a given, not a gimmick. But we all know that's going to happen. But honestly, I really do feel that finally we got a WWE show this week that's actually starting to have a decent build up. But I'm really hoping that Raw follows suit this Monday. But I got no gripes with Raw. I mean, I got no gripes with SmackDown, and I got no gripes with TNA. I actually love TNA more than I like SmackDown. But either or, they're both good shows this week. But guys, I want to hear your personal thoughts about this wrestling week. Leave a comment in the comment section below or send me a video response on your highlights and lowlights of this wrestling week, whether or not it's Raw, whether or not it's SmackDown or TNA. And also let me know if you're going to watch Lockdown, because I'm going to be watching Lockdown. I'm definitely going to be on Twitter watching Lockdown. But anyway, guys, this is another NG Minute, and I'm about to leave. Peace out. See you later.